Okay, we're live. Welcome to the Doodles and Dice Shame stream about Joe. I say distractedly as I pull up live chat on my phone because my second monitor still does not work. We got three whole people. They could all be lurkers. Uh, so if you're lurkers, hello lurkers. Uh, and here is my. Hold on, something's not right. My live chat is not. This doesn't look right. Oh dear God. Have patience with me, everybody. Have patience. Patience. There we go. All right. Oh, hello, my love, my darling. Hello, and Marimo. Not my love, not my darling, but my comrade. Um, hello, everybody. We're talking about Joe. Everything Joe related. It kind of feels a little bit more personal because I can't like say Jack, you know, or like Doran. It's like, no, we're going to talk about this person, this stranger who is the GM of a podcast that I love. But it's the best way to put it. I'm really, really excited. I I have two pages, two pages of notes about Joe. Uh, I have the Hunt Lords here. Yeah, I know it's an actual real life person. I know that's what I mean. Is that like, I can't really say I'm a big fan of Joe, a person, you know? Like, I guess there are people that are fans of celebrities, but it's never been me. Um, like who says that they're a fan of like, oh shit. I'm 20 years old. I should be able to name one celebrity. Uh, uh, who says that they're a fan of like Kim Kardashian? Like that's crazy. Who says that? I guess normal people. I don't know what point I'm trying to make here, gang. Uh, so I like how look at how snazzy. Okay, I need to get my chat up closer. There we go. Look at how snazzy you are with notes, lol. What do you mean by that? Um, Timothy Charlar or whatever. Timothy Chalamet, the guy from Dune, the Dune guy. Yeah, I think people find him hot or something. Kim, who I only admire the Huntlords. Kim, who I only admire the Huntlords. Yes, Scotty. Hello, Scotty. I can't tell if that's my genuine reaction or if I'm just consistently like, oh, I gotta say Scotty like that. It's just how it is. That's just your name now to me. Uh, yeah, that guy. And yeah, you have notes on talking points. Yes, I have notes because, uh, if I didn't adhere to notes, this would be a incoherent stream. Although the Jack stream, is not evidence of that. Anyway, I think we're gonna do the Hunt Lords because you see this blank canvas with three question marks in the middle of it? I was trying to draw Torin, but my design for Torin changes every 5 seconds. So, uh, I was struggling with that one. So we're not gonna do Torin tonight because I can't summon him. I can't summon him. Uh, let's see, yeah, that guy. And yeah, yeah. Howdy, Scotty. The Jack stream was cute. Of course you would say that. You love me. But thank you. I'm good with that. Everyone has their own way of saying it. Cool. I never have notes, lol. I just go in blank. Listen, most of the time I go in blank, but for these character specific streams, I have to come in with notes. I wish I could have made it to the Jack stream. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. The Jack stream was a disaster. You don't want to be there. I'm hoping. I hope Rob doesn't. I hope Rob wasn't lurking on that one. Or if he was, he's being very polite and nice about it. Uh, I haven't been able to make it to a few streams. Well, hey, you made it to the Joe stream, the most important one, the fucking GM. We have 8 people. Oh my God. Now I'm really curious about the lurkers. But I'm Love Jack. Well, I'm Love Jack too. I'll have another Jack stream, I promise. I owe it to Jack to have a nice good stream for him. Uh and I honestly I have more thoughts about Kraloth and Doran and Red all the time. So it's not like I'm never gonna want to do like a character specific stream again. It just This is the last specific one. We're gonna go back to normal chill ones for a while, and then I'll go back to character specific ones once I've collected enough thoughts about each of them. Um, uh, the VODs are available at least. Nah, don't watch the Jack VOD. I'm here. Yummy! Hi, Yummy! Oh, what a delight. What a treasure. A Yummy. That's true. Hey, oh, Yummy. We did get derailed for the Jack stream, but it was a lot of fun. Oh, I forgot you were there, Scotty. Of course you were there. You come to every stream. Hi, Scotty. Uh, hey! Oh, cute. Okay, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I have 2 pages about Joe. I, 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 I don't think I'm gonna read out my essay about Joe straight up, but I think I'll read it like paragraph at a time. I also have sections about plot, which is the longest section, NPC, locations, combat design, villains, narration. Uh, so yeah. We're mostly doing NPCs tonight, although I guess the Hunt Lords are, I would classify them as villains. Uh, so yeah. I think I'm just gonna I think I'm just gonna start with the first maybe 2 paragraphs and then start drawing the Hunt Lords so that you guys have more to look at than this sketchy little line art. Although sometimes I'm a big fan of line art because like I know that this is just a sketch, but like look at him. He's a smiley evil guy. What a cutie. What a cutie. Okay. Um okay. I hope there's a whole paragraph about Joe's voice. Listen, Joe's voice is just incredible, but I don't have a paragraph about it because again, Joe is a real actual life person. She has a baby. She has a husband. Like I can't I can't talk about her voice for an entire paragraph without sounding like an absolute freak. I probably could because I'm a huge audio snob, despite what my mic quality sounds like, but like it would be that would be a little over the line, I think. Just a little bit over the line. Uh okay. So I'm going to start in the plot section. Uh obviously, Jo is following the book with some additions from herself, and I think Dippity talked about it in the live blogging channel a while back too. But Jo is so incredible with like grounded, realistic details. She really thinks through and adds like impacts, consequences, and changes that the world is going through from the Giants upheaval. Like, my favorite arc in general, we talked about it last stream, is the Jalanthar dwarf arc. Which I, unless I remember incorrectly, isn't in the book at all. I did flip through it once a while ago. And it's such a brilliant display of like Joe's talent at showing how the people in the world are reacting to the giant threat and the environment and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And also how the world is reacting to the player's actions. Um, in that they're not just in a void. NPCs that they don't even know are seeing what they're doing and reacting to them and stealing their name and, uh, ruining their reputation, et cetera, when they're not even around. They're not even around. Uh, lost my place because I got excited. The dwarves were such a masterclass punch for a GM to throw because they're not entirely an enemy and not a friend either. There's like no easy solution. It's epic and thrilling to listen to, and to listen to the players engage with the Jalanthar dwarves. I'm always so excited to see how Joe will add to the book, like as we move forward, because I literally know who they're gonna fight and where and when, possibly, unless Joe really changes it up. So I always look forward to like how, you know. Uh, Especially the end. Although that's gonna be really sad because it's really funny that they're following a book because in my mind, like this podcast has a defined ending, which is most podcasts do. But are we sure about Dice Shame Gang? Does Dice Shame have to end? Like, are we sure? Um, Also, I think Show is really good at building tension slowly. No, no, wait, hold on. This paragraph is humongous. I think I'm gonna stop there and read that one later. So I guess question for the chat: favorite arc so far? Favorite like little twists that Joe has thrown? Like favorite enemies and stuff like that? Like I guess let's just start with like opinions. While I paint this skeleton. Uh, And, oh, should I paint the skeleton or should I look at chat? I don't want to get that behind on chat. Also, this is probably too bright for the atmosphere I'm going for. Okay. Villains can be NPCs. Well, yeah. Look at Zulkin. I love Zulkin. I think I want to draw him kind of hot because somebody requested Zulkin. I think two people requested. I think Marimo requested Zulkin and Roanoke or something. Uh, I think I want to draw him kind of hot. And honestly, if I'm being honest, Zulkin is not my favorite NPC. I think he's great. I just don't care about him that much. But I do love that he has a pet snake that flies. Cause fuck yeah, you know? Fuck yeah, fuck yeah. Anyway, ooh, Hunt Lords. He's got a little face. He's got a happy skelly guy. Yeah, skeleton. I actually did art today. Yummy! That's awesome. What for? RQG. RQG or Malevolent or Dice Shame. I don't know. Maybe. Yes, it's true. We'll be nice and respectful. Yeah. Oh, I assume that's about Joe's voice. The world building is so lovely in Dice Shame. I so agree. It feels real and lived in. Like how Dippity mentioned whenever Jack gets interested in old antique silverware. I also talked about that on the Jack stream and that it makes mundane things in the world possible. That it's not just a world of heroes and villains. There's artists and people that need to eat and people that need to thrive and live in this fucking awful world. Uh Details like that give actual real time and depth to the series. It's fab. Agreed. Ugh, it's the best. I have genuinely considered paying like a stupid amount of money to have that like Patreon tier where they it's possible that Jack will find an art object made by you. Cause come on, that's so sick. But I can't. It's just too much money for something so silly, but oh my god, I would love the shit out of that. Are you kidding? Anyway. Uh Yeah, it feels like the world is moving along with the PCs, not separately, as so often is the case. I know, there's so many podcasts where it feels like the only real people that move things or initiate anything are the players. And Dice Shame is so not that. If anything, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, 90% of people in Faerun didn't know who they are, didn't know what they were doing, didn't know their goals, and didn't give a shit about them if they died. Which is awesome! They're nobodies, and they're doing great things, and they're not even braggarts about it. Uh, I'm pretty sure I would prefer if it didn't end. I agree. I mean, we should really bring this up. I think that they're thinking about ending it soon. No, just kidding. Uh, it's hard to know when AP podcasts end slow. Listen, AP podcasts that go on forever, those get boring because they get to a high level and then nothing matters and it's just drama and drama and drama and drama. But maybe Dice Shame is different. I don't know. Maybe Dice Shame should go on forever until I die at least. I love the Midnight Carnival. Oh, so good. Speaking of Joe and her freaking talent, the narration in the Midnight Carnival, the theme and the setting in the oh, it was just like I'm sure the players did something interesting in that arc. I'm sure of it, but I can't remember. Fuck if I can remember anything they did. Everything that was interesting about the Midnight Carnival for me was Joe. Um, uh, God, that's so mean. I'm sorry. It's just the truth. Um, uh, I actually really liked the special eps they did when they went through the portal to the snow. Oh, Icewind Dale, yeah. That's when things got heavy. I loved it. And Joe did a ton of foreshadowing in Icewind Dale too about Kralos' story, and I think Red too. It was really cool. Zulkin is cool. I request Zulkin. Oh, you requested Zulkin. Yummy! Awesome. Sick. Love to hear it. Zulkin's cool. He's just not my favorite. I respect your respect for him. I respect your love for him. I get why he would be loved, but I have other favorite NPCs. My favorite NPC is probably Harshnag, and then second favorite is Torin. Uh, I drew a malevolent character as an MLP pony hides. Don't hide. Don't hide. My girlfriend is in the chat, and once I told once I told them I didn't really like MLP, didn't care about it, tried to watch it, just it's not for me. They drew me as a pony, and I was like, well, shit. Now I have to care about this because I'm adorable. You've drawn me adorably. Uh, Makes the world feel lived in, and And I, a series that doesn't do that. Wait, hold on. Makes the world feel lived in. And a series that does that. Marimo, I don't understand your statement. I'm sorry. Oh, is that a tier? Yeah, it is a tier, but it's like $50 a month or something. I don't remember. It was just at the time and probably still to this day, it's not an amount of money I can fork over to have my Blorbo say my name in a podcast. It's just that's just not a reasonable goal right now, guys. Uh, but Skelly Man. I mean, you could do Shamer's tier for a month and get a letter from Jack. I wish I could do it again and get 2 letters. I want one from Jack. Oh, no, no. I'm already paying for the podcast when I don't really have to. I just want to support them, but I'm not like necessarily getting anything from the Patreon. But that's just I think the tier that I'm at is mostly for malevolent people, which sometimes I'm like, should I be doing that? But it's too late now and I love Daishim enough to support them, so whatever. Uh Zulkin isn't my fave NPC, but he's funny, and I love how Red talks to him. Yeah. Shut up, Zulkin. Oh, whoops. Sometimes my keyboard doesn't accept my text, but that was supposed to be. And I love a series that does that. Ah, yes, I get you. Do it as a B-Day gift for myself. Oh, I just can't do that kind of stuff. I don't know what it is about me. I just like, you're so self-centered. I can't believe you would bother Rob about your birthday. Um, but it would be sweet. It would be cool. And I definitely agree it's a good idea. I think I just have personal problems, personal anxieties over that. Uh, okay. Me aside, though, this is the Joe stream. Uh, let me pull out my second paragraph. Um, oh, I freak. My pen is coded to write letters because in the drawing program the letters mean anything, but on my document I'm just writing out P over and over and over again. Uh, okay. I also think that Joe is really good at building tension slowly. Like in other podcasts, I sometimes feel like the punches are thrown kind of immediately so that it's the most shocking with like a little bit of foreshadowing. Um, but Joe is so good at foreshadowing and slowly building up threats and tension and really letting the players digest the things that they're going to be going up against. Just to speak on the Jalanthor dwarves again, Joe originally introduced them with like a ruined farmstead, then refugees, then the wizard in the tower spoke more of them, then they met the entire like town citizens of Jalanthar, then they met the dwarves, which is like so much atmosphere of these guys suck, these guys are monsters, they're doing all this horrible shit, and then they actually meet the Jalanthar dwarves. Like, it takes like 3 episodes for them to even get there. And then Chaos Hammer was introduced as like this man, this hero that saved Doran's life, and that makes things complicated. And then they fight with the Jalanthar dwarves against the giant threat and get fates from the dwarves, and it was just, it's so, I love that arc. But enough about Jalanthor dwarves. Another example is like the letter from Torin, like also in the same arc. They're literally handling a different problem than their main goal, which is the giant problem, right? They're on a side quest to Jalanthor. They're already on a side quest. And then Joe drops this ominous letter from Torin about a fake cure, and well, can't handle that right now, so I guess we're just gonna have to imagine all of the horrible things that are happening in Waterdeep while we solve a completely different issue from the main issue. It's just like this masterclass in foreshadowing and tension, and it's like a real grounded problem to build into the world because of character choices, and it strengthens character like stories because of course Jack wasn't going to go handle the Torin problem. He has other way more important problems on the line. He can't commit to Torin at that moment. And it's just amazing. It's just incredible. As you can tell, I'm not reading my paragraphs verbatim. I'm spitballing while I glance through my paragraphs. Um, if Joe was like a crueler GM, Torin could have died. Like an imp could easily have killed an NPC. Uh, I love that she dropped that letter right before they're about to deal with Jalanthar dwarves. Literally one of my favorite moves that she made. I think that Joe is really thoughtful and patient about those kinds of things. I think the Hunt Lords too are a really great example of like slow building tension and threat approaching that they are aware of and can only watch and wait as it approaches. Same thing with the woods before the stone giant den and the town before the stone giant den. Uh there was like they met like stone giants, or they in the woods they saw like this stone cat. They met a stone halfling, and then they fought stone giants, and then they went to this town that's literally designed to keep away stone giants, and then they went to the stone giant. I just love how she builds up these enemies so that they are as intimidating as possible, and so they really understand the scope of the threat. Same with the hunger, like the hunger corruption uh in the northern area. Oh, just every problem is introduced slowly and carefully and thoughtfully so that the players have a scope of the danger and the horrible shit that awaits, and it's just amazing. Like Joe is so good at tension. I it's really different because I've been watching, let's see, Dimension 20 and Fantasy High, NADPod, Rogue Runners, a million other podcasts that I can't think of right now. Um, And I feel like it's really easy to do fast, quick, shocking punches of threats of like, oh, suddenly you're in danger. And I feel like it's maybe underutilized, the slowly you're in danger. Slowly things are coming for you. Slowly you have a threat that's building on the horizon that you really have to watch out for. And here's why it's so dangerous. And here's why you're going to die. And here's all the problems that could possibly happen. And blah, 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 die. You know, it's so good. She's so good at it. Um, Sorry, that was a little bit more than just a paragraph. I've been talking for a while. I forgot to get water. I'm silly. Uh, I want to do Great Old One Patreon for at least a month. Yeah. You don't bother, Rob. It's a reward as part of the Patreon. Yeah, I know. I can't put that into my head, but I understand that you're objectively correct. Yeah, I'm gonna hopefully do Great Old One Tears in March. The relief I felt when Torin was okay. I know! I was like, Torin's so dead. Torin's dead. Torin is 100% dead. There's no way that Torin's alive. And then he was alive, and I'm like, fuck yes. Yes! Angry at Jack? Fine, I'll take it. He's at least alive. Yes, Lo, I thought you said that, and I thought Taz. Yeah, Taz, 100%. Oh yeah. Oh, the hunger in Taz. Oh, it's so funny that they're in both podcasts and completely different things. Um, I forgot about the hunger. How could I forget about the hunger? I also forgot about the hunger. They haven't talked about it in a while, to be fair. Run it and get water. If I do, I might bump my internet cord, which always makes OBS disconnect. And I think I've been lucky with having OBS reconnect, so I don't want to test it. I'm okay, I promise. Uh, my throat has been a little bit more scratchy since nose surgery, but it's manageable. Uh, okay. Should I pull out a discussion question, folks? Are you guys tired of listening to my long, meandering, paragraphs? I still have two more, so get ready for that. How about favorite places that they've been? Like, what's your favorite town? Um, I think my favorite is probably Everland, just because I liked all the character interactions there, and I loved the theme a lot, but that's more of a Justin related rather than a Joe related. Um, I'm gonna go silent as I draw for a bit. You guys go off in the chat. I believe in you. Oh, right, I wanted to do a crown. I don't think that they're like kings or anything. I just think that they have a lot of like, I think the Hunt Lords have like a lot of stolen things from their victims, like jewelry and stuff, that they just kind of half-assedly wear because they're assholes. I bet they have like a ton of antiques. Jack would be horrified the way that they're treating these antiques. Mm. It's pretty cartoony. I might need to actually pull out a skeleton head and model it perfectly. Although it is not shaded, it's just flat colors. So it's possible that it's not, just doesn't have a lot of depth. That's entirely fair. You know how artists, do you know that joke about how artists try to match the facial expressions of whatever they're drawing? When I'm drawing the skeleton, I have this facial expression of just like shock. Of like, huh? I can literally feel my eyes getting tired of being open as wide as possible. Why? Okay, let's read chat for a bit. Um, the relief I felt when torn was okay. Taz. I also thought, run up, get water. Never. I don't know what that never is about, but I love how sassy that little blue heart is. Um, my love, my darling. I'm fine with anything. Lol. I'm enjoying the paragraphs. Oh, thank you. I tip my hat to you. I wrote them at work today. Well, I wrote them at work today and yesterday and the day before. Uh, whatever the kid mayor was, lol. It was pretty funny. I just like that kid mayor. I want to meet him again. I really like the ice cave place. Ice cave place. Oh, do you mean the barbarian tribe place? Where there was that kid that murdered somebody that was corrupted with the hunger, and then they went out into the woods and the kid lured them into like a little crack, and then Jack almost died, and then Red killed him horribly. That's a pretty cool place. Um, OMG, the Kid Mayor. BRB, I'm gonna change into PJs. Hell yeah, correct choice. I'm in my bad dice pay the price shirt and PJ pants. Agreed. I think we're low energy in the chats tonight. Oh, that's okay. Oh yeah, lol, I just got home from work. I'm in relax mode. Awesome. Raised eyebrows on a skeleton. Hi, good skeleton. Just got here. Pearson? Who are you? Awesome to have you. Love you already. Are you from the Dice Shame Discord or are you from my YouTube channel in general? The Ice Cave with the Barbarians. Can you hear my Discord going off? I think my girlfriend is messaging me secretly. Let me mute that quickly. Just in case. The Ice Cave with the Barbarians. Yeah. Poor Red. Ugh. Yeah, that was a good one. My God. I loved that area too. I always forget about it until I re-listen to it again, and then I'm like, oh my God, I love this area. It's also where the joke that Kraloff doesn't know what an orgasm is from. And they all go like, oh, Kraloff. And it's just so sad. It's not sad, but it's just it's really it's curious. Uh Very funny too. Um I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. Let's maybe shape it a little bit and then call it there. Get to clothing. No. That might be something that I actually have to paint. I'll worry about the crown later. I don't really want to do the crown right now, so I'm not gonna do the crown right now. Suck it. Okay. I'm gonna draw for a bit, and then I'll pull out another paragraph. We have a half hour left, and we have 9 people. Wow, we got a lot of lurkers. That's fun. If Rob is lurking, I have a question for him about Torin. It's a minor one, but if you want your privacy, I respect it. Uh, and if you're not lurking, also understandable. He comes to so many. Um, uh, I escape with the barbarians. Poor Red, not so secretly. Ah! Okay, I'm calm. I'm not gonna scream. I'm not gonna scream. Look at how chill I am, guys. Oh my god. What a fucking professional. YouTube channel. I liked your videos before, and the algorithm is serving me well. Oh my gosh, Pearson, that's awesome. Are you from Dimension 20 or NADPOD? Probably Dimension 20 if I had to guess, but so good to see you. Isn't Fantasy High so amazing right now? I'm so invested. Anyway, Harlan. Hi. Love me some Joe Stream. From what I know, the hunger is not gone. Joe's been cooking that for a while. Again, like I was saying, Harlan, before you got here, Joe's extremely good at tension, so that's amazing to know that it's just sitting there, unresolved, sitting in the background, gonna get ya! Okay. Lol, hey, either Joe or Harlan? Probably Harlan, I thought. I think Joe has her own YouTube account. They don't share a YouTube account. They are married, but I think they have their own YouTube accounts. Welcome back to the Dice Shame Pit, Pearson. Ooh, Harlan. I wondered if the Harlan I wondered if the Harlan was left behind. Nope. I have Harlan on my mind, clearly. I wondered if the hunger was left behind. Oh, I'm excited for more hunger. Me too! I'm so excited! It's so fucking scary! Okay. Hi, Mr. Guthrie. Everything is normal here. We all admire Joe very much. Honestly, this first half has been 4 fucking paragraphs about Joe, so I don't know how normal I'm being about Joe, but you guys are being normal about Joe, and I respect you. Me? Lurking? How dare? Hi, Rob! See how normal I am today, guys? Look it, I'm fucking crushing it. Rob! Remind me to ask you about Torn in a second. Rob. Well, heyo, Rob. Rob voice, heyo! Rob, known lurker. Lurkers. From what I believe, the hunger is, like, localized, so it's kind of just us not being there. Oh, I see, okay. Cool. Hey, Andy! Hi, Andy! Oh, and Alex! I just totally skipped over your username. Hello! Ah! Guys! I am not even screaming. Incredible. Got everyone here now. Ah! Oh, Marimo, last stream, we got fucking everybody. We got Alex Guthrie even. It was absurd. I screamed. I almost cried. I was so excited. Hey, Harlan, howdy everybody. Came for NADPOD, stayed for the rest. Hell fucking yeah, Pearson. The Harlan was left behind. Rest in peace, the Harlan. When you marry, you have to combine YouTube accounts, which only goes to show that my marriage to Andy is a sham. Oh, Andy is too much of a menace to share a YouTube account. He needs to harass me personally, and he has to know that it's him. I have to know that it's him. He has to let me know that it's him. You know, you don't want credit for his misdeeds, Alex. No Harlan left behind. Hey, Alex. We actually do share the Invictus account, but she's not here. Ah, good. That's fine. You have a whole ass baby. I'm surprised you're here. Howdy. Lol, not a sham. Combining YouTube accounts is in the vows. You collected them all? Stop saying that. I'll get kicked out of Canada. I really wish YouTube chat would let me include. Oh, Sam Reich! I've been here the whole time! Ah, I love Game Changer. Do you watch Game Changer, Rob, or do you just know that meme? If you do, I have 3 times more respect for you. But, regardless. Uh, I do want to get back to my Joe paragraphs, because Harlan's here now, and Harlan can pass on Joe compliments, I'm sure. But, since you are lurking and you came out and I've disturbed your privacy, Rob, I am having so much trouble picturing Torin. Like, by all accounts, I had him as like this, like, Hawaiian, like, native islander Hawaiian, like, big boy. He eats well because he's at a tavern with, like, long hair, and he was looking a little similar to, like, Doran. And I was like, fuck. And then I, like, shaved half his head, so he's, like, just a ponytail, and maybe, like, thinned him up a little bit, but still gave him muscles. And I was like, it kind of looks like, um, the guy from, Our Flag Means Death. And I just, this guy, this dude, your fictional boyfriend, his design eludes me, bro. Eludes me. So I don't know that I'm gonna take whatever idea you have for him straight up, but I guess I'd love to hear your input. Just help a humble artist out. This dude, undrawable, undrawable. I literally, I could pull out 4 sketches of him right now of completely different designs for him. Anyway, Torin question aside, Rob can go back to his privacy. Let's move on to Joe questions. Or go back to Joe paragraphs. um, okay. Dropout is the shit. Dropout is the fucking shit, Rob. Oh my god. And my respect for you grew 3 times that day. Uh, anyway. Uh, okay. Pulling out paragraphs. Pulling out paragraphs. Okay. NPCs. We're in the NPC section. We've moved past the plot section. Eventually, we got past all of the paragraphs in plot. We're in NPCs now. There are so many NPCs, and so many NPCs are in love. We have got Green Whistle and Morella, Orin and Bee for a brief time, Zolkin and Kella for a brief moment until Kella got super murdered, Torin with Jack, obviously. Like, Joe really imbues a lot of love into these NPCs, and I think it creates this atmosphere that the NPCs are not, like, interactable objects with the player characters. They do things without player knowledge, behind their backs, behind the scenes. They have feelings, they have biases towards characters. They have opinions. Like I think it's really it's a cute detail that there's so many NPCs that are in love, but I also think that it really adds to this world of NPCs that don't necessarily give a shit about the player characters 100% of the time. Obviously, Torin is maybe an exception, but even Torin is kind of on the fritz with Jack. So also incredibly cool. It's heartbreaking for me personally as a gay person in a long distance relationships, but I will move on from that. That's just my bias. I also find it unique that NPCs leave the party without player input, because in other podcasts I've listened to, NPCs stick around for as long as the NPCs, or for as long as the players want them there. They're like accessories or toys, like fun things to have around, but not necessarily like people. Like I can think of in Fantasy High, which is Dropout Dimension 20's like premiere show. There are so many NPCs in that podcast that are like, oh man, we could really use Rog Barkrock, or like we could really use this NPC. Let's call them up. Oh yeah, I'm available, and here I am, and here's the information you want. Okay, and you don't need me anymore? Peace. That is not what Joe does with NPCs. They leave on their own, they come on their own, they have their own will and force of nature and motives, and it's really incredible. I think it's just, I feel like it talks to like Joe's thoughtfulness about these characters and how they are moving about in these worlds and their motivations. So, that's my paragraph. That's my one paragraph in NPCs. I feel like I could have written more in NPCs because I feel like Joe's kind of a masterclass with NPCs, but I'll stop there and check in with chat. Um, oh, great. You guys were not chatting that much, so that's cool. 3 times more. Joe paragraphs. I like Torin. I think it's with an A and 1 R, but I could be wrong. Rob's lurking. You could ask him. has his own stuff going on outside of the player party. I like that they have their own lives outside of PCs. Yeah, 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 yeah. I really, really do. The conflict with Torn and I was about to say Rob. God damn it! I'm not on the fucking podcast. I can't be making these mistakes. The conflict with Torn and Jack, huh, uh, is that they both have their own kind of goals in life and they're very different from each other. Torrin is obviously very committed to the Copper Cup and he's not just going to leave that. And Joe is committed to or Joe, fuck, Jack, fuck. I think that's the first time. They're literally both Joe names. That should happen way more often than Rob, but whatever. I digress. Uh Jack is committed to archaeology. He's committed to wizardry in some respect. He's committed to saving the world. He's committed to his friends. He's got a lot of commitments. He's got a lot of commitments, and a lot of them aren't Torrid and the Copper Cup. And staying in one place for too long would be aggravating for him as he currently is. Uh, so yeah, I agree with you, Marimo. What the fuck did you say originally? I know I agree with you, but I feel like they had their lives outside of. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The fact that Torrin was in like, take me with you, I think is really cool because that would be such a classic, easy move for a GM to be like, take me with you. And then Jack would be like, it's too dangerous, but I love you. Ah, da, da, da. No, no, no. I'm committed to the Copper Cup. I'm staying the fuck here. I think it's great. I think it's really good. Uh, I haven't asked you guys if my mic quality is too loud or too quiet, and nobody's complaining. So I'm just gonna choose to think that you guys aren't being polite, and everything is fine. Still happy Alex decided to keep Wild around in RQG. Yeah, Wild's a great NPC. He comes in and out. He does whatever the fuck. He's awesome. Yes, Lolo. At Yummy Raffle. I can't spell name for crap. I'll add to the Rob Jack tally. Well, now it's a Joe Jack tally too. But that's just a me thing, I think. Everyone confuses Rob and Jack. It's hard. He doesn't change his voice. His voice is great, and I respect that. Rob was like, you know what? I got a great voice. I'm just gonna stick with it, and I respect that. I do, but it makes it really fucking confusing, Rob. I spell it Torn because it rhymes with Dorn. I respect you. Yeah, I like that we didn't get that. They each have their own personalities, and it's fab. Own personalities, goals. Your mic is Finn. Great, fine. Finish. Finissimo. I wonder if we'll run into Cloud Giants again anytime soon. He was chill. What's that guy been up to? Well, I know we'll run into Cloud Giants again because I read the book, but I don't know about that guy specifically, and he's awesome. I forget his name though. God, guys, I've done jack shit on this. Joe has all my attention. All I'm doing is reading paragraphs. It's 7:13. I have fucking 15, 17 minutes left. Jesus Christ. Fuck. Joe's literally my favorite, guys. Can you even fucking blame me? I wrote 2 pages. 2 pages! 2 pages! I feel bad. Like, Alex and Rob interact with me the most, and Harlan is fucking awesome. He gave me audio when I asked for it, just cuz. Like, the day I asked for it, even. And I'm still like, yeah, I'm gonna write 2 pages about Joe. It's like, it's so unfair. It's so unfair. Anyway. Anyway. What am I even talking about? Um, one day, Daishim Live. I'll shake all their hands, and then I'll be normal forever. Once I meet them in real life, and I know that they're, like, just normal people and not incredible people. No. I mean, that's gonna be hard to shake. I don't know. What the fuck am I talking about? Fuck off. Don't listen to me. Everybody don't listen to me. Everybody fuck off. I'm not saying anything right now. I'm not being vulnerable. Shut up. Uh... Didn't he die? I thought that guy died. He did not die. Don't you see that, Marimo? He didn't die. The wizard giant didn't die. Fuck you. No. Marimo, heartbreaking. And Alistair is I love Alistair. I fucking love Alistair. Since the moment he showed up with grilled cheese sandwiches, that guy was living in a sack and eating grilled cheese sandwiches. I fucking love him. Ugh. And then he got funnier, and then he got sadder, and then he got funnier again. Joe went off on Alistair. That guy is like a sentence in the book. And Joe was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna take that little guy and make him awesome. Um, Zephyros. Thank you, Harlan. Incredible that you're here. I love the spooky skull boy. It's the Hunt Lords. Oh, you wouldn't know about that. Sorry, Alex. Oh shit. Uh Thank you, Zephyros. I love that guy who Red was just going through his house and taking things. Not unfair at all. Joe's the best. I'm here to hear it. Great, I'm glad. I'm bad with Dice Shame NPC names. Um, it's hard. Dice Shame doesn't have a wiki. So it's kind of hard to like look it up and like it's really sweet how often people answer questions in the question chat. But I really wish I was a writer or that I could pay somebody to write I don't have the money for that, like a Dice Shame wiki. Cause like it would be useful for me at least. For artistic reasons, it'd be nice to know every physical description of every character always. Don't believe me. Marimo. I wish I was more of a visual person, because designing a character's look is just not a skill I have. I definitely think Torrin's got a cosmopolitan vibe, living in the biggest city in the world. Especially when we were giving Waterdeep a New Orleans sort of flair, I picture a sort of tired vibe that can only come from someone who's trying to keep a business that's been in the family for generations. Alive and relevant in a fast-paced big city. That's awesome. I, that's really nice of you. Thank you. I'm sorry I don't have more to say, but that's really great. Uh, Alistair's confession to Mari was so funny. Oh my god, it was so fucking funny. I have a crush on Mari. Oh. When Jack held me in his arms that night, I realized Joe is so fucking good. Anyway, high five everybody in chat. We all have the right opinions about Joe. I didn't expect it. I know! It was so funny that you didn't expect it. I remember messaging you in the chat and being like, really? Joe's NPCs are second to none. Yeah, high five, Rob. Joe's been blindsiding me with Alistair, and it's been a blast. Yeah. Alistair is awesome. Alistair is a surprising sort of guy. Alistair is a very fun guy. Also, yas, yummy, that admission was hilariously perfect. I started taking notes for an outline at least, but I only made it to like episode 27. I might jump to season 2 and do it first. That's probably a good idea. And I'm sure people would help you. I would do my best to help. I mean, there are so many artists in the chat that would be happy to do like icons and stuff, but obviously that's a very small part of the wiki effort. But yeah, no, I feel for you. A wiki is hard. A wiki is hard. It's I love fan content more than anything. I think that fans and their inspiration and what they take from their things. Like I'm not into Malevolent at all. Sorry, Harlan. And watching people take inspiration from Malevolent and make these like crazy things and just base stuff off of a color palette, and I just love fans engage with media in wildly interesting and fascinating ways that I never get bored of. I know that I'm saying that as a fan, but like I don't know. From my perspective, fans are just kick ass. What am I even talking about right now? Everybody agrees. Um, Joe's got incredible skills with NPCs. Man, you bring one guy back to life and suddenly he's got a crush on you. Fuck, man. Man, I'd have a crush on anybody that brought me back to life. Wait, what are we talking about? Oh, icons for wiki stuff or just wiki stuff in general? Yeah, that's cool stuff. Yeah, wiki is hard. I have helped some on the Malevolent one, and it takes a lot of thought. It's so much, especially with like TTRPG podcasts where a lot of information is thrown out very quickly and either discarded, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's just a lot of information. I mean, we're past 200 episodes on Dice Shame. It would be so much work for one person to go through every single episode, which is why I think that if we got more community action and maybe divvied up the podcast to specific people, it might be helpful. Maybe had like editors and spell checkers and stuff like that. But like Fuck, I do a re-listen to Daishim all the time. I would definitely help with that. I think I just need somebody else to organize it because I have a lot of things on my plate right now. But if somebody organized, hey, we're gonna make a Daishim wiki. We need people to describe plot events from this to this. I'd 100% help as much as I could. Uh, Fan content is cool, and I love to see it. It's 1,000,000% fine that you don't like Malevolent. I totally get it. Thank you, Harlan. I feel really bad because everybody loves Malevolent, and I am just sitting here like, uh huh. Working on Malevolent Wiki, I could help with the Daishin one. Fuck yeah. Yeah, TTRPGs, I can't imagine, would be even harder to gather info on. Again, because info gets tossed out there. You're not sure if players are serious all the time because jokes are a thing. Working on Malevolent Wiki could help with the Daishin one. Oh, sorry, I reread that. Wiki's hard. Looks at my inventory list. A Daishame wiki would be amazing. Honestly, just for the artists, a Daishame wiki would be amazing. How do I spell this name? What's their connection? Who the hell is Jack's sister? Did she raise him? Did she teach him magic? Or, like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah. I know Arkichi has one. Could look at that. Yeah, Arkichi is a good one, I thought. I never peeked at it that much, but it's just really helpful for artists to have, like, physical descriptions of characters and connections to characters and places laid out on a map and stuff like that. And wikis are an endlessly awesome resource for artists, and I'm assuming normal people too. But yeah. Anyway, it would take a lot of work. It would take a lot of community action. We're not talking about Joe right now, guys. Disrespectful. Sorry, I'm joking. Okay. Combat design. I listen. I've GM'd mostly, but I've been a player too. And goons in a room, just some guys you gotta kill in a room. It's pretty fun. Like it's not it's uninteresting combat design, but it is pretty fun. But Joe does not I feel like Joe always spices up combat with something crazy. I've never there are so many podcasts in my life that I have listened to where I have been certain that they will never die. They will never die. NADPOD unfortunately slipped to that category recently for me. Um, in NADPOD season 1, I was not super confident that they would make it through every fight. I feel like Joe always sets up the stakes in Dice Shame so that any fight they could probably die. I've never seen them go into a fight being completely and totally utterly confident that they were just going to kill them and walk away. And because like the value of life is so present in Dice Shame, they never want to just slaughter everybody. Or sometimes they do, but sometimes there's questions about like should we leave these people alive? Should we let them run? Should we kill this person, etc., etc., etc. I feel like Joe's I'm not reading a paragraph. I'm just spitballing right now. I feel like Joe's combat design is just masterful in like multiple layers of like morality, environmental effects, threat level. God, like I I often will turn off from a TTRPG podcast if I'm certain that they'll never die. As soon as that kind of stake is lost for me, I stop paying attention to a podcast. It's kind of shallow and sad, but it's true. As soon as the stakes are gone, what's the point? Um, but I've never felt that way about Dice Shame. They're getting higher level, and I still feel like they're weak. Not completely, not entirely, but uh, they're definitely not equipped to handle every challenge before them. Maybe the stone giants they had a little bit too easy of a time with, but I still didn't think that they were like gonna walk away easy, no problem, no holds barred. I'm sure the players could maybe talk about the fun of Joe's combat design more, but uh, they seem fun. I have yet to steal something directly from the Daishin podcast for my own games, but they seem pretty fun. Uh, did you have more paragraph stuff? Yes, I do. But we have 5 minutes left, so I don't think I could read another paragraph. Um, I love stakes where characters can die. Looks at RQG. uh, I was worried about fall damage today. I know. I know. I know. I know. I was like, Jack walks up behind Doran on the bridge. I'm like, fuck. Well, rest in peace, Jack. Doran could maybe survive a fall. Jack, rest in peace. Uh, exactly, Marimo. The only TTRPG podcast I don't mind characters not dying for is Taz. I respect you. I think Taz is very good. I think Taz is very funny. I did stop listening to Taz because I did think the stakes were a little uh kaput. The stakes are ever present. Like combat today was very interesting. Oh, what a combat today! Best combat of season 2, I thought. It was really, really good. I was so invested. Fucking Jack was screaming. Oh, it was awesome. I'm not gonna say anything about characters dying in TTRPGs. Yeah, Yami, you might want to keep it to yourself. Um, well, there was a point during the Stone Giants where I was like, oh no, are we completely boned? It's the paralyzing is like a completely boned kind of thing. If you were going to steal something, what would it be? Oh yeah, I'm certain Jack will die every fight, and I'm more right than wrong. Combat is a blast. Well, good to hear. Uh, that's how you know a GM is good, is if the players find it fun. I could ramble on and on about like the poetry of combat, but at the end of the day, it is a game. Um, what did Rob ask me? If you're going to steal something, what would it be? If I was going to steal something, what would it be? If I was going to steal something. Well, honestly, the Hunt Lord's concept in general, I don't know that I was going to steal it verbatim. Verbatim? I feel like that's only for text. Whatever. But I did like the idea of having a threat that's hunting you no matter what you're doing, no matter what, even if you best them in combat. It's a very interesting, I guess that's not really a combat encounter, but I think it's an interesting stake to put on players. It kind of it's not like a time bomb necessarily, but it is sort of in that you kind of have to move from place to place very quickly. Not that my players necessarily have a problem with that. They're pretty good at leaving locations pretty quickly when they get bored. But uh yeah, probably the Hunt Lords. Uh but yeah. Anyway, you know, yeah, I prefer Taz Balance more than any of the others. I liked Amnesty. I thought it was good. A player died in Amnesty. Oh, that's so spoilery. I didn't say that. But yeah, Amnesty was good, and then I kind of dropped off from there. Um, yeah, it's not the stakes that lost me. But it's not the stakes that lost me. I get you, I get you. I'm very picky. I'm not picky because I listen to a lot, but I'm also picky about staying. My loyalty is picky, I guess. Jack getting all mad as excellent. Yeah. Yeah, a constant threat is really cool. Like, no matter how many times you kill them, they're still there. Part of why the Huntlers were my favorite villains so far. Them and the Witches, definitely my favorite villains so far. Amnesty was fun, but yeah, their earlier stuff I liked more than their latest stuff. Yeah, Amnesty was a great arc. Oh my god, Rob! Holy shit! Rob! And my respect for you grew 3 times that day. Holy shit. One day, Rob, I'll just list out a huge list of podcasts and see if you've listened to all of them. Uh, Ed has told me to listen to Balance, I think. Ed loves Amnesty. Why would he tell you to listen to Balance? Ed is like Amnesty's #1 fan. Or maybe Amnesty, I don't remember. There we go. But I love a play by I know that acronym, but I don't know it right now in this moment. PBTA. Play by TA style game. Fuck. I really enjoyed the Blades in the Dark one they just did recently too. Justin was a great GM. You know what? Yes. I think that Taz is really, really great. Um, I can't really listen to the McElroys anymore, just on a personal level, because I'm very impressionable. And they have like this teasing energy because they're brothers. Of course they're going to tease. That's what brothers do. But like I'm so impressionable. Like I just know this about myself. And I was becoming kind of a bully when I was listening to their stuff because I was like subconsciously and also consciously like copying their humor style. And something about the way that they kind of roast each other almost constantly. It's super funny in the podcast. It never triggers anything for me when they're talking. But I was just becoming a meaner person to the people in my life. This is getting unintentionally deep and it's 7:30. But like I couldn't I like couldn't listen to them anymore. I was just becoming a meaner person and I have like I in my past I've both been a bully and been bullied. So like that whole shebang is like that whole thing is like really like as soon as I see myself slipping into that kind of energy, I'm like, oh, I gotta back out now. And yeah, but they're really good. They're deeply funny, and their worlds are so creative and interesting, and their characters are so creative and interesting. But I can't do it anymore. I literally become a worse person, which is an incredible thing to say about a podcast, but it's true. It's how I am. It's just how it is. Anyway. Well, guys, I drew barely anything. Why do I even bother? We should just make these commentary podcasts. Like, what am I even doing here? But it's fine. Hunt Lords. They'll be cool eventually, I promise. Uh, anyway, we gotta wrap it up here, gang. It's 7:31. I super appreciate everybody coming. We have 10 people in chat today. That's really heartwarming. I find that so touching. Thank you, everybody. Uh, I really enjoyed that Justin was a great GM. Yes, Justin was a GM. Yeah, Justin. I didn't know. I remember that Justin did like a joke campaign one. I didn't know that he did like a full one. I must have backed out by then. The way they tease rubs off on you? Lol. Cause yeah, I got that too. It doesn't work with everyone. You got a bust. I don't know, man. I can't. It's just so I have a strange impressionable attitude with podcasts. I really have to pick and choose the things that I do wisely. Anyway, too personal. This was the Joe stream. Joe's the best. Let's call it for tonight, guys. Uh uh yeah, I'm trying to think of a closing statement, but I don't have any. Thank you for the hearts. All right, good night everybody. Boop and boop.